May profits be upon you. I'm going to adjust my mic here a little bit. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't know if you guys realize this, but I don't do any editing whatsoever to my videos. And that probably gives them their rough, that rough run. When they play it, I play it raw. So, but that lets me that lets you know that I'm just trying to give it to you straight, and I'm not trying to fancyfy it and prettify it and stuff. I'm not really that tech savvy, and I don't have the patience for it. And maybe I should develop that, and I will. I'm sure my videos have improved over time, but if I went into the editing room and everything, it's just that I hate taking a lot of time away from my trading and from charts. But that said, today I'm keeping it real today. A funny thing happened to me on the way to Profitsville this morning when I took my bus. Everything looked fine until it wasn't so fine. That's right. I'm going to keep it real today. Losses are a part of this thing, and today was the end of my good winning streak. Ooh, look at this news. Biden nominates the Fed chair, the current Fed chair, to keep his chair. He's not nominating him again for to keep it for another term. And as soon as that news hit 9:01 when it was announced, everything went to pot. Now, this morning, I put out a video, which I will play for you right now. Hold 1 second. This is what I did this morning. Hold on. There we go.
Sorry. Good morning.
This is about maybe 7 o'clock, I guess it was. Yeah, 7:20 in the morning.
I'm taking a look at, I'm taking a look at EURUSD. I haven't performed my morning analysis.
I'm going to speed it up.
I look at, this is my favorite indicator.
I was looking at the Dixie.
Because it tells me this is Euro, this is in the Dixie. They do opposite of each other. All right, when they don't do exactly opposite of each other, that's time to raise your eyebrow.
All right, then I'm gonna move ahead.
Down here, I need to find where will price turn around, because price turns around whether bullishly or bearishly at an order block. So I'm looking here at my POI, right?
All right, and I'm correlating that.
It makes its descent or come close to it. I've seen it. This happen.
And I'm going to correlate the Dixie with the with EU. Still on Dixie.
That's very interesting. On a lower time frame, this is a return to impulse. Okay. On this, because this is what I was looking at. Oh, come on, man.
You can see.
Left shoulder.
You can see that I was looking at price transitioning from bullish to bearish momentum on the Dixie, right? And I was going to correlate that with what I saw on the EURUSD. Let's move up. Now I'm looking for the exact opposite on EURUSD. I'm on the 4-hour here, looking for that transition from bearish to bullish momentum. I'm finding an order block, a weekly order block that is strong enough to reverse price.
It's the head of this transition, right? From you can see the bearish momentum there, looking for a pullback, and never came back.
All right.
Okay. If you're looking at it as inverted head and shoulders, all right. You can see the reaction there. So that's what I have as a
So-
POI, all right, but we are in the weekly, right? Now,
So I'm looking for price to transition because it hit my POI. Look for this to be a left shoulder, a head, and I'm hoping that we'll get a break of structure and a right shoulder to form and take a long on it. Let's move ahead. All right. Now I'm looking at it on the 15 and it's starting to show signs of transition. You see the break here? I'm going to mark it all up. You'll see it.
it's what we needed to see. I'm not worried about missing a trade transition.
I'm moving it along.
All right, which is the bigger point of this higher time frame fractal. All right, but what we're trying to find is exactly what I look for. All right, we have the left shoulder, we have the head, we have the right shoulder. All right, we also have a price coming down.
And look what time it is. It's at 7:30. So I'm looking to see if price will come back. It broke structure to the upside. It came back as a return to impulse. I'm looking for price to continue higher. All right. This is a layup and I'm looking for that to happen at 8 o'clock. Let's move ahead. All right. This was the optimal entry during London. All right. But what I'm looking for is a New York open entry. All right. I'm just demonstrating it here. That's all I'm doing. Let's go up ahead. I just said that, matter of fact. Look.
It came back, tested it, tested it. And this would be a great entry. Now, this was the optimal entry, but this is a great entry here. And I'm going to take this if I can stop messing around.
All right. And then I was thinking about jumping in here, but I said, you know, it's kind of late. I'll just wait until New York Open to come back. And I'm hoping that price comes back, test this, test the order block that I'm going to point out. I'm moving ahead here.
Come on, man.
See, I was pointing out.
This was your entry. This is the layout.
I was pointing out all this.
The entry. This isn't the bus stop.
Excuse me.
All right. This is a.
I was pointing out all this liquidity being built up here, and that price would come down, grab most of that liquidity, and then continue higher. But I wasn't realizing that there was some equal lows being built here as well. And had I noticed that, I might have hesitated a little bit more here. But as it goes, that's as it goes. So I'm looking at that as a possible POI, you know, for a return to impulse. All right, we failed to make a new high here after it came back. After it returned to this impulse, it failed to make a new high. That is a clue. That is an indication that maybe buyers aren't in control, that we are still respecting bearish momentum up here. All right, and maybe a return would not be a return home. It'd be a you know, a home destroyer. That's what I ran into. All right, so let me see something here. All right, this is what I was looking for. I was hoping that price would come up here and grab this liquidity up here. With that return, I was hoping that it would return here and then give me a continuation trade. All right, and I spoke on that. I was like, you know, if it comes in, it comes in. Well, it did come in. All right, hold tight. Thank you for your patience with that. So what had happened was I went to the 1 minute, as you already know. When it gets close to that time of the New York Open, this gray strip here at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard, I go to the 1 minute time frame, right? And I was looking for price to come on down, and it started coming on down. And I was getting excited. I was like, yeah, here come my bus. Here come my bus. I got in right at this order block here. And I was like, oh, yeah, we good now. I was looking here, if you remember. I was looking for a price to hit here. But this turns out to be a break of block. All right. But that I wasn't thinking about that at the time. I wasn't thinking about that at the time. That price would fire through this, then come back to on the backside and respect it. All right. I was looking at this order block here as a return to impulse, and I was looking at this one here. Right. But I spied this one as price was coming down. I said, you know what? Price may hit this one and continue higher, because you see how price left that level. Anyway, I took that one, price hit it. And I'm thinking, you know, when it's up here, it's like 2R. I just needed to hit here for 3R, and then I can go to break even and take my partial. You know, I was looking at that, but you know, I was off on something. Something was off, my measurement for a 3R or something, but it happened so fast. Let me see, where was I? All I remember is I didn't have time to react. I was like, oh, I'll take my 3R somewhere, or you know, whenever. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong thing. There goes 3R here. Come on, man, right there. Now, it looked like it came up there, but I didn't have, you know, I was going to take myself out manually. I was not on it like this. All I know is the news came, you know, and if I was in front of my chart, you know, my alert went off saying that it was at 3R. I was coming to my chart, took my time, took too much time, and it reversed on me. I wasn't at break even, so I took the loss. Okay, sirrah. This was not the normal for me at all. All right, I had a 15-minute order block here, and price had dug deep into it, so it wasn't really. I'm not sure. It wasn't really relevant. It wasn't really relevant to me. So matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and remove that. I'm not sure where I ended up with that in my my analysis, but I should have been out of this trade, and I wasn't. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying proper attention. I should have been at break even, and I should have had 3R. I should have had a positive day today, but this is what happened. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you. All right. I don't think my analysis was off. You know, some people were saying, why weren't you bearish when you saw all of this up here? Because we hadn't had a return to impulse yet when it was up here during London. And when it came, there was a good reaction. So I thought I was going to get a follow through, a continuation trade here. So this is a setup I would have taken again. You know, I would take it again tomorrow. This news was very, very strong. The Fed chair sets interest rates. Interest rates are high impact, the highest impact, you know, like with next to NFP and CPI data, the interest rates move every market. Every time a currency has interest rates, you can see it's in freeze frame up until that announcement during that week. The days leading up to it, it's going to be moving sideways. So picking the Fed chair, that's pretty important stuff. Anyway, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm not looking to exact revenge. I'm just looking to focus on my execution, looking to spot my setup. Focus on the setup and the entry and the exit. Keep your eyes forward, people. All right, keep your eyes forward. Right, this should have been a winner for me, and I snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. It happens, you know what I mean? And all you can do is say, tomorrow, I'm one trade away from, turning that back around. Okay. I will see you tomorrow. May profits be upon you. And I hope me keeping it real today gives you some kind of understanding on what could happen, how losses are a part of this thing. And if you just trust your edge, which is your strategy, you'll be all right. I hit a 1 to 3 tomorrow. This day is eliminated. This loss is eliminated, and I'm in profit. All I need is one trade to set it all right. You understand? That's all you need. All right. I'll talk to you tomorrow.